Wow, what a great movie. This is fantastic. This movie was. I was excited for it, but wow. It was even more exciting than I originally thought. It was a very deep, dark, intense, and very emotional uh, Joker it is. And it's unfortunate that it's not part of the DCEU. I don't know what Warner Brothers is doing with the DCEU, which is DC Extended Universe, which is supposed to be Warner Brothers' answer to the Marvel Cinematic Universe, or MCU. But it stopped and started and stopped and started and rebooted itself so many times with all these different movies because of low box offices. And that's because I think they rushed things too fast. They did a Batman, then or say Superman, then they did Batman vs Superman, and then they did like Justice League or Wonder Woman, Justice League. They just all so fast. Where Marvel, for a period of 4 years, did Iron Man, Orange Story, Hulk story, Thor, and then went over and did the Avengers, and and sorry, and actually did Captain America, and then other Avengers like Black Widow was an Iron Man. So they kind of built it up, as I've been saying for years. Like Marvel built it up very nicely to be in the MCU, where Warner Bros. Just kind of rushed. As a quick answer, they kind of rushed their DC, which really sucks because I love both comic book movies or franchises. I love Batman. I love The Dark Knight. Still one of my favorite movies of all time. The Dark Knight Rises as well, Christopher Nolan trilogy, and as well as Batman Begins. And I loved it. And I was very excited when they were making a DC of the extended universe. So I'm like, man, it's gonna be great to be like a Marvel, but instead DC characters, so like darker. And then it really wasn't. So it's fortunate some of the movies are so bad, but Wonder Woman's great. And this movie is great. This movie is not part of the DCEU, and apparently Todd Phillips, the director, said he only wants to make one of them, but it's screaming for a sequel, especially the ending there. So here this is my little review, and this is my my review right here because very important things to note. Lots really relates to the real world situation. I think I believe it's 1970 something. Thomas Wayne's still alive. It shows the spoiler alert. This spoiler alert. Yeah, it shows the ending of not only the ending, but towards the end of the movie, it basically shows again the origin story of Batman. So most Batman movies just have flashbacks to when the Waynes died. But this one actually shows how Thomas and Martha Wayne died in the alleyway with Bruce just standing there looking with blood, blood on his face from his parents, which is obviously very traumatic. No, it shows because throughout the whole movie, Thomas Wayne is just such an asshole. And again, sorry for the vulgar language. There's gonna be a couple of vulgar language words in here, but he was just such an asshole. Again, almost like a Trump-like figure, just really those top him, just doesn't care about anybody. And in my opinion, since he was acting like that, he definitely deserved. Well, I don't know about if he deserved to die, but he definitely deserved to be aware of his actions, and he didn't care. Just like a lot of people in the movie, they didn't care about their actions, and then they died or got shot or died somehow. And what I liked is the Joker. He became the Joker not because it's just insane, but for really good reason. The beginning of the movie was just so sad. I mean, I teared up. Actually, yeah, I cried a little bit. It was so sad, and such because I think a lot more people than you think could relate to it. I mean, I can relate to it. I don't have any mental illness or anything, but I do. I have a tic. Usually it comes up more when I get nervous. And just blinking. But usually when I get nervous, a tic comes out, and it could look weird to some people. And I've seen multiple people, strangers, not any of my friends or family, but just strangers, look at me and just start laughing when it comes out. I'm like, and I've learned to deal with it, but I mean, it kind of hurts. And I've had some thoughts of like the Joker. I obviously didn't execute anything, but of going up there and just strangling the person. You know, start the group of just strangling or shooting all of them. I've had the thoughts, but obviously, out of nowhere. I don't own a gun. I'm not anywhere close to executing those thoughts, but I can see where he's coming from. I know a lot of people, especially the people who do these mass shootings, most of them can see, I'm sure, have had same experiences as the Joker, you know, or as Arthur. Whether mental illness or not, whether they got bullied, whether they got beat up for no reason. I mean, poor guy, he had this condition where he just laughs. Uncontrollably laughs, and it can be in the like not laughable situations. He can't help it. He tries to. You can see in the movie. He tries to, but he just can't. And he gets beat up multiple times for it, which is very, very, very disheartening, very sad. And that's each one of those times where I teared up a little bit, because that's some pretty sad stuff. But and that really makes you like feel, because again, that happens in the like today. Today, lots of people, somewhere in the world, especially the United States, may have a condition, or just maybe they're completely normal and they're just doing something and they just get beat up, jumped on the subway, just because they're different or weird looking. Terrible, absolutely terrible. Which is why bullying is people always say, oh yeah, it's bad. No, it is horrible. It inspires these school shootings, and no one does anything about it. They say, oh yeah, it's bad, and it'll just get, let's talk to the kid. Sometimes people don't need talking to, they need action to be taken. Not action as in, like, killing somebody, but I mean, you can't just go talk to Billy. Oh, you know, I'm sorry, Billy, why did you, don't hit Jake anymore, because that's bullying him. You don't know. Sometimes strict action, non-violent action needs to be taken to for these people, and when it doesn't, they can turn into someone like the Joker, where they just don't care anymore. I mean, his own mother let him get abused. His own mother let him get, Arthur's own mother let him get abused by his stepfather. Horrible. They found him chained up to a radiator. You can see when he reads his profile, when he steals his profile from Arkham Asylum, you can see on his mother's profile, he gets chained up to, when he's a little boy, chained up to a radiator, getting beat up by his stepfather. And his mother's just in there letting it happen. Absolutely horrible. This is what I'm talking about. You just can't let that happen. And I think this movie, it's a great job of showing things that happen to this day. They're still happening right now to various different people, no matter if you're black, white, Mexican, Islam, or Muslim, no matter what race or boy, girl, no matter who you are, they happen to everybody. So it's a big message, and it's just to stop bullying people, you know? These school shootings happen and mass shootings happen, yes, because crazy people have guns. But I think, why are they crazy in the first place? I'll tell you one of the reasons why they're crazy. In the movie, New York, or Gotham, Arthur's social worker tells him that the city has stopped the funding for social services. They're cutting funding, so they can't meet anymore. She's getting fired or laid off. And also, we can't get any more medicine because there's no one to talk to. So he's forced, he wants to keep taking his meds, but he's forced to not take them because he doesn't have any access to them, because the city is cutting funding. What does Trump want to do today? He wants to cut funding, cut Obamacare. Millions of people around the country use Obamacare to get the medication they need, and that they may not be able to afford if they don't have Obamacare. Sound familiar? So, I mean, it's very relevant to today. Great movie. I think everybody should see it. If you're scared of clowns, it's okay. It's not a horror movie. Just the man dressed as a clown. He's barely dressed as a clown in the movie. So, it's really sends an important message. Even the talk show host, Robert De Niro, I think his name is Murray Franklin in the movie. I only brought him on there to make fun of him, and the Joker says that. Before killing him, he says, "You only brought me on here to make fun of me." And he goes, and then he just shoots point blank. Every time someone got shot, I must admit I was clapping. I'm glad they got what they deserved, is that what they're saying. Shouldn't go out shooting people, but they're just so horrible. Everyone, except a couple of people like Bruce and I forgot their name, the little person, I forgot his name, it's out of a G. He was kind. Zaza Beetz, I forgot was the neighbor, the African American neighbor. She was kind to him, even though most of it's very crazy revealed that most of his the whole relationship was fake, all in his mind, which is very interesting. But she was nice to him. But very few people were actually kind or cared about what he had to say or did. So he's like, F it, you know? No one cares. I'm just gonna shoot everybody up. I've lost all control. I'm down all the way to the end. So I thought it was a very interesting movie. Very good. It's definitely one of my favorite movies of all time. Top 5 for sure. But what did you guys think? Comment below what you guys thought of the movie. Also, do you think it needs a sequel? I think so too. It sets up kind of a Joker versus Batman movie, which I think should and could happen. But comment below, what do you guys think? Give this channel a like and a subscribe if you like it. And I'm very interested to hear all your thoughts. Please also share the video. Even if you don't like or subscribe to the channel, at least one thing you do is just share the video, because I think it really needs as many people need to see that this movie delivered a strong message of bullying and mental illness, and how people and city governments deal with such things. So please share the video if you don't do any of the other things. Please share it, and have a fantastic weekend.